Beaches, a dam and a long ridge. We're on the Hong Kong Island Coastal Trail right here on Drone and Phone. Well, it's episode 4 of our Hong Kong Coastal Trail. We're doing sections 5 and 6 today. Where are we going, Jack?
It's the longest walk through the whole series today. We are going start from Stanley, finish at Chai Wan, 17 kilometers.
It's not massively long and it's reasonably flat. There are 2 routes that you can go, either up and over Dragon's Back or round the side. We'll be discussing those later on, but now it's time to go. The Hong Kong Coastal Trail is designed to bring people closer to the waterfront to experience a wide variety of city, coastal and countryside views. Spanning 65 kilometres, the trail joins together connected promenades and trails that circle Hong Kong Island. The trail is split into 8 distinct stages, which we've divided into 5 episodes. Today we start in Stanley, outside Murray House. From here we walk through the picturesque old town, making our way over to Stanley Main Beach, which we follow to the end and onto a coastal path. Well, there are a few places along this where you can choose either to follow the coast or to follow the road. We always choose the coast where we can, but that does lead occasionally to some steps like these. Look how clear that water is. After climbing up to Tai Tam Road, we start the longest road section of the trail as we make our way over to the Tai Tam Reservoir. So up until this point we've had fairly easy walking. I've got to say there's no pavement here and it does feel a little bit dangerous. Very thin roads, rocks either side. So if you're doing this part, take extra care. Crossing the reservoir on the Tai Tam Dam is a highlight of the walk, with great views on every side. Completed in 1917, the dam is a classic piece of colonial engineering that still plays an important role in the city's water supply. From the dam, look for the Hong Kong Trail path to your right on the far side, which leads to a long Catchwater walk around Tai Tam Bay. Well, generally you could divide this hike into 4 sections. The first from Stanley through to the reservoir. Now for that, a lot of it is on road and about half of it without any pavement. So that is not the most pleasant. There's a great reservoir to cross. It's about 5k that first, and now we're on to a Catchwater, which is the second section, which is quite long but flat, reasonably easy walking with occasional views that open up over Tai Tam Bay. I'm not sure if you can see, but in the distance there is Stanley Main Beach. That's where we started, and we've done this big loop all the way around Tai Tam Bay, and now we're going to continue along here a little bit further until we get to a point where we go up to the start of the Dragon's Back. At the end of the Catchwater, the trail dips down close to a small beach, which we choose to detour to in the hope of finding some refreshments. So Jack has just gone to get me a nice cold beer. This is a perfect place for a stop.
It's a Monday, it's not open.
From Chai Wan Beach, it's a steep climb up to Shek O Road. This is the first real test of hill climbing on the trail with
lots of stairs.
Well, we've reached the road here, Shek O Road, and now you have 2 choices. You either take the scenic route up over Dragon's Back, or you take the coastal route that goes round. Either way you end up at Big Wave Bay. Jack, because you were struggling a bit, I think I need to give you a bit of a challenge, so I'm going to push you to go up while I take the more leisurely way around.
Yeah, we're taking it easy.
And that way, by the time we get to the next episode, you might have caught me up.
That means we arrive at the same time. Even I go up and longer.
The Dragon's Back is a legendary Hong Kong hike by itself, and on a clear day can offer some dramatic seascape scenery. But it does involve Jack's favourite
stairs. Lots of stairs.
On the other hand, the coastal route is easier, but means you're stuck on the road for most of the way. Well, as I said earlier, there are 4 sections to this hike. We're just finishing, or I'm just finishing, the 3rd section. We split up for this. Jack went over the top, the Dragon's Back, and I've gone around via Shek O along the road. This has been a road walk for me
particularly great, but some nice views. And I'm going into Big Wave Bay now. I'm hoping to link back up with Jack where we can compare notes. The last section will be up and over a hill that will take us down to Chai Wan to finish it off. I've done now 15k already, so I'm only expecting that last section to be about 5k.
The route over the Dragon's Back is quite hard going, but has its rewards. From the end of the ridge, you can choose to follow the Hong Kong Trail around and down to Big Wave Bay, or take the ribbon shortcut via Mount Collinson, as Jack opted for. Arriving at Big Wave Bay, Jack sends a message to say he was lost, but now back on track, and will be half an hour. So I head to the beach to check out the surf. There are plenty of eating options at Big Wave Bay, so once Jack shows up, we have a late lunch and set off on the last section. Setting off from Big Wave Bay, cross the beach to the far side and start off on the steps. A short way up, you'll see a detour off to look at some prehistoric rock carvings that show evidence of humans having lived there a long time past. From there, it's time to climb again.
So this is the second set of steps that we've had to negotiate today. This one is straight up 200 meters, so a fair old climb on steps. But after we get to the top, should be a nice gentle downhill into the finish.
The steps bring you up and over to the far side of the island with more stunning sea views. Once you reach the summit, the city opens up in front. From the top, it's a gentle stroll down to the outskirts of Chai Wan and down to the seafront, ready to take on the final stretch.
Well, as you can see, we've crossed the island, we've hit Victoria Bay on the other side, and we're starting the home straight. Okay, let's get going. Well, that's it for this episode. Just one more episode to do on my watch, 20k. How about you, Jack?
It's a long one, it's a long one. I was thinking about 18, 19 maximum. I did 22.3.
Yeah, a little bit more climbing on this one, but some fantastic views. Now, if you're finding this for the first time, you're going to find all of our other episodes nicely catalogued on droneandphone.com and also on our website. I just said on our website, didn't
Yes,
I?
exactly.
Also on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe there. Just search for Drone and Phone. For now, my name's DJ.
I'm Jack, and come back and watch.
I'm not going to be able to do this. This is Drone and Phone. Not 9 o'clock yet, and Jack's on his third breakfast.
Second.
He says second, I don't believe him.